All right, welcome to Comix Asylum Live. My name is Steve. I'm here with Vaughn. Thanks to everyone who is in the chat. Al, I see is already there, so welcome, Al.
Hey Al, how you doing?
All right, excellent, excellent. I hope everyone's doing well. Vaughn, how you holding up?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Weather's getting better over here, so can't complain with that.
Good, 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 good. You recovered from the weekend?
Okay. Still getting my comic convention legs a little bit still, so it takes a little while to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good, good.
Looking forward to this weekend. We're going to be out in Brantford
Yeah.
for Brantford Con, guys. So if you're in the area, come check us out. Like I said, we'll have some new stuff there, or like stuff that we had last weekend, but just new to everybody else.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be a fun con. We had a great time last con, so shout out to the team over there at Brantford Con. Scott and Andrew and those guys really kicking it for Brantford.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And also, we'd be remiss if we didn't thank the people at TriCon in Kitchener.
Yeah,
That
thank you,
was a lot of fun
TriCon.
too.
Yeah, great
Um,
event. Great event.
and so TriCon took place during Free Comic Book Day, which is, always a crazy. It's always a crazy time, and I don't know. It was unbelievable the amount of footage that we saw. Our friend Carlos at Gotham Central had a ridiculous line
Yep.
outside of his store because he had like Fred Kennedy, Chip Zdarsky. He had a whole line of
He,
creators at his
he had a
store,
big crew. Had a big crew.
which was great.
Yeah.
And then there are other, shots of people around the block at other stores across North America. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Is it
it was
just me?
crazy.
Hot take. I have not seen this level of enthusiasm for Free Comic Book Day in a while. Um, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that technically we're still calling it Free Comic Book Day, but I think Diamond still owns the name of that. So
There's another one. There's Free Comic Book Day, and then there's another event.
another
It's
event,
called,
okay.
it's called something else.
But I
And
think everybody's just blanketed still calling it Free Comic Book Day,
right, because
right?
it's Diamond, and I'm probably gonna get this confused, but I think Lunar.
Luna, yeah,
They are the ones like they split, so they have their own event kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Al, yes. And so a lot of it depends on the store.
Yeah.
And really, really what's happening is a lot of stores like Gotham, here in the GTA, just west of Toronto, they're basically putting on mini cons. And
Yeah.
so they're making things like Free Comic Book Day an event. And
A lot
so
of
there's
in-store signings, a lot
in-store
of art
signings.
features.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it becomes a little bit more impactful as well too. So I think at least use it to their advantage, right?
And so if anyone's thinking of comics, crashing, just looking at some of those lines,
Yeah.
Free Comic Book Day, it's not going anywhere. Comics aren't going anywhere at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on a second. Al has a mention here. I think I mentioned on J Man's channel the other day, but I really want to grab Batman Noir by Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Rizzo. Saw David Finch looking through it. Have you guys read it? No, haven't had a chance to read it as of yet, but it sounds
Oh,
amazing because that's an amazing creative.
amazing one. Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
yeah, I guess he was looking through it the other day because he was doing a Batman Noir on his Monday Night Draw, I guess.
Oh,
So
right. On his Monday Night Draw. Got it.
and Monday Night Draw, yeah. So shout out to David Finch. He's always putting on a show for the guys out there every Monday night, coming strong, puts in a good solid 2 hours, and from start to finish, you get a full draw
Yeah, absolutely.
for the most part.
Zigzag said, welcome, Zigzag. That's good that nobody owns the idea of a free comic book day. Absolutely not. I
Mhm.
agree with you on that. And I guess everything is just about branding, right?
Yeah, I think technically they own the name, but it would be hard to enforce that.
Yes. Yeah. And the
Mhm.
thing is, too, like I know we did it at the Hop when we were doing Atrium, that
Yeah,
we had our own books, even though we're indie.
yeah,
We tabled at Gotham, and you, I think, tabled at Big B in Hamilton,
yeah.
where you are, and we had our books ready for Free Comic Book Day as well, too.
I think it's a good idea. Like if you could go into a local shop and you have something that indie wise that you're trying to promote, and you
Mhm.
could put together a free comic book day exclusive, and somehow figure out a way to drop it off at all the major things. That's something that I would really consider next year, right?
Yeah.
Do a free Comic Book Day promo edition, and then drop it off at like 4 or 5 major stores, so it goes in with
in
all
your
the
area.
other, right?
Yeah. As an indie creator, I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, for sure. It's worth like it's free promo. It's good. It's good. It's good access as well too to be out there.
Yeah, for sure. Al says this is referring to the Azzarello Batman Noir. So it looked amazing. Kind of looked a little bit Mignola.
Yeah, he channeled a little bit Mignola. He was channeling a lot of Frank Miller. He did a Batman Noir jumping in like an alleyway with like rain coming down. So he had those heavy black and white line streaks, and then he was hitting it with like what do they call it? Not an airbrush, but like the toothbrush, so you get the white splatters off of the edges of the capes and his trench coat and all that kind of stuff. So it worked out really well.
That's good.
Dave is an amazing artist, but somehow he always thinks that he's not. He doesn't like some of the stuff that he puts out.
That is the bane of every artist, right? Whether you're an actor, whether you're an actor or a singer or whatever, you're always like, there's a little bit of a cringe when you see your stuff, because in your mind you're like, I could have done that better.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Or people hate the sound of their voice or whatever. Right?
That's me. I hate the sound of my voice every time I hear myself on camera.
Yeah. Al says, I'm not sure what the hop is, but at the hop sounded like you were from American Graffiti. Well, I'm old enough to actually catch the reference, but just meant from the start.
From the start,
yeah. And felt that too. Yeah, you're right about that for sure. And Zigzag had an amazing question. How does tabling work at a store versus a con? Vaughn, do you want to take this one?
Generally, it's a joint kind of venture. I mean, the con, you're generally paying your way, and you're trying to make your table back depending on the type of con. So we tabled at Tricon just thing. So we paid the table fee, and we came in as guest artists, guest vendors. So some places are big enough where you'll have an artist alley and like a vendor, and some places are smaller, so they just have one general table fee. At a store or like an in-store signing, generally you work with the store will request, or somebody at the store. So Carlos would probably put out the bat signal for Chip to Sardarsky and say, hey, you want to sign in my store for this thing? And it's good promo for them. They don't pay anything. They might make some stuff on actual book sales and signings and stuff for that. So it's advantageous for them to be out there in the public a little bit.
It might be an appearance fee, depending on like how big the creator is.
Yeah,
I know that if you're an independent like we are, and you go to your local LCS, if they're open to it, what happens a lot of times is you'll bring your books, you'll promote it, and then you'll actually get more people coming into their store for that day. So it's kind of like a win-win situation.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they may take stuff on consignment, or they'll take on stuff on consignment, and then maybe those are the ones that you sell, and then you get to split the profits. So it all it's basically to benefit everybody involved.
Yeah, a lot of the more the celebrity type signing ones, they generally do something along that side. Sometimes they'll do a fee for signing, but they also get an appearance fee as well too. I know, like when Carlos did the was it Joe Johnson? I forgot her name again. Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh, the Pink Ranger, right?
The Pink Ranger. I know they did something like that along. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I figured out.
Sure, not quoting you at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not 100% correct. Sorry, wrong on that one. You're pretty much correct. Al says, I'll shut up now, but I thought I sounded like English Kermit the Frog the other day, but showed my best mate and he didn't hear it. So that's good, I hope. It's kind of funny because like we all have a feeling of how we sound.
Yeah.
And I think, Vaughn, you mentioned that you don't like how you sound. I don't necessarily like how I sound, even though people say, yeah, you got a good voice. And I'm like, but yeah, it's because how it registers in your head is not how it registers to everybody else.
Everybody else, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of comic books, though, Robert Kirkman of Skybound and Invincible fame and Walking Dead fame, was on a podcast, a comic book friendly podcast, and he was on a rant, and basically said that DC publishes too much Batman, and that's an issue. And that's kind of a hot take. And I want to get your opinion, and anyone in the chat, what you think of that. Does DC publish too much Batman? And keep in mind that on an average, DC Comics publishes 45 to 55 titles,
Mhm.
and you can get up to 14 Batman related titles. So that's like a quarter.
Yeah.
Right. So 25% of DC's entire line. And that's with all their characters.
Mhm.
And that includes maybe 10 Superman titles, related titles. And if Supergirl's out, that may be even more.
Yeah.
Is that too many?
Oh, definitely too many. I've been of that mind for a while, but I know you run with the title that was winning. It's the same thing that happened back in the day when X-Men was really booming at Marvel, right? They had all the X books. They had the whole X family was publishing way too many books, right? And now we're in that Batman phase of things. So I totally agree with that. I don't think it's so much a hot take. I just feel like the problem is you get a lot of one shots, and some of the characters that people do enjoy liking never see the story get fulfilled, because it's one thing to publish 15 Batman books, but if none of them are making past issue 5 to 10, like, come on. Right? And that's what standard is, right? Like, I think that last Nightwing, I think maybe made 5 issues, right?
Right.
So it's like, it's a lot of that. And I get it. There's a lot of hit and misses. So there's always this revolving door of kind of doing the IP and making the IP work. So I get it, but it is too many. And it doesn't help that that means a lot of other characters that don't get a chance to flourish as hard, right?
But if it's a dollar cents bottom line business and Batman is your golden goose or your golden bat,
publish a lot of Batman then, for sure. Like, I'm not knocking it, but I test the fact that I just don't like it personally. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, but I get why they do it. I mean, it's the same thing too. Like right now, you know, Marvel, I wouldn't even know what to think. What is their number one book? It'd probably still be their Ultimate stuff that they're running with. I can't speak to that 100% because right now Marvel's kind of floundering.
Marvel, yeah, I'm not. That's a good question. That's a good point.
Right? Like, what is their number one book right now at Marvel?
I'd have to check, but if you look at Al, I agree with Kirkman and you, Steve, on Superman, but Spider-Man is just the same. Absolutely amazing, sensational, ultimate, spectacular, normal, MJ, etc. And then the odd time you might have Spider Noir or Peter Porker, or you know, any of the variants that you would get through Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and I remember when they did the Spider-Verse, they got really bad with the Spider-Verse with all the Ultimate books. Like every other Spider-Verse character got their own book for a little while there for a small, short run, right? So I get it. It's like you said, it's a bottom lines, dollars to donuts type of thing that has to happen, right?
2099, absolutely.
I like the 2099 stuff for the most part when they did it back.
Rick Leonardi, man, doesn't get enough credit.
Yep. I like 2099 Doom. I really enjoyed the 2099 Doom, but I'm generally a Doom fanboy. So,
right. Like I get it, right? And then it comes back to, I think we had this on one of our streams months ago. Is it the character or is it the brand, right? And basically, the brand of Batman and the brand of Spider-Man are like, they're the moneymakers for the big two.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna assume that Invincible is gonna start to be skybounds when they're not doing like the licensed stuff.
Yeah, so I would say Invincible is that now.
Walking Dead was for a while, right?
Well, Walking Dead was for a while, and right now, actually, I would think even more so than that. I think it's the Energon universe that's driving a lot of the skybound stuff.
But that's licensed, so
that's licensed. Yeah,
I get it.
So there's a percentage of that that's gone right out the gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know what that percentage is that they got to do for that licensing.
Would be interesting. Absolutely. Like, it's funny because when I was growing up, it was Amazing Spider-Man and Marvel team up for Spidey. I'll just use Spidey as an example because that's what I collected. Then they had Spectacular. Then they went to Web. Trying to think if there's anything else. So he had 4 books. Say he had 4 books a month.
Yeah.
And that still pales. That's a lot. And it still pales in comparison to what's going on now. Right.
Yeah.
And the thing about Spidey, not to just cut you short here, sorry to interrupt, is that Spidey wasn't part of a team. Right. Yeah. So he had team up. So like you bought Avengers to get your second Cap story or your second Thor story or Iron Man story. You put Spider-Man in Avengers and he's got even more books.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they
you were
did that.
saying
They did that for a while with the New Avengers, where it was him, Ronan. Who else was Luke
was it
Cage and
Wolverine?
everything?
Was Wolverine in that?
I think he came later at the first inception because they had Spider Woman there as well too, and all that kind of stuff. And they did have Iron Man, I think, at one point in time too. So yeah, Spidey's always been a staple. And then you had sometimes in the '90s, you had a whole bunch of the X books because you at one point in time, I think you had like 2 or 3 X-Men books running, core teams, right?
X Factor.
X Factor, X Force, New Mutants. Well, New Mutants turned into X Force. What else do we had?
You had Uncanny.
You had Uncanny. Then
You had New Mutants. You had X Force. You would have had Cable.
Cable, yeah. Yeah, and then you would have went down to all the derivatives after that, right? Then
right. Then Wolverine had his own book.
Wolverine, Gambit had his own book for a little while as well too. So I get it. Right? You're running with what's paying the bills, right?
Exactly. Everyone's trying to make money. I just want to go back to one of Al's comments from earlier, talking about being at an LCS as a indie creator. Agreed on promoting yourself at your LCS. If you do prints or drawings for people, you might sell some books. You take and the prints and bring traffic to your own website too. Absolutely, that's exactly the purpose of doing that, and also building a relationship with your LCS.
Yep.
Right. One of the things is that we found is that by doing an in-store signing at a LCS, you're actually getting people who are there for whatever it is you're selling, whether it's the artwork or comics or graphic novels or whatever. When they're at a show, sometimes Artist Alley is where they go in between celebrity photo ops, or panels.
Yeah, it's hard when it's the bigger shows. It's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta grab people's attention and retain it to that level. So in-store signings a little bit more intimate, like conversations as well too, versus trying to yell over a whole bunch of people pushing you down their aisle and everything. It's crammed into an aisle like sardine cans. So it's a lot harder that way, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It makes for great opportunities that way. Also, just helps promote. Even more so, sometimes it's nice for the artists and the other people to connect, right? Because there's a lot of other people that, as much as you know another guy that's in the industry, it's nice to connect with people on that level where you can actually talk shop a little bit too, right?
Yes.
And sometimes that's even a better value than actually tabling at some of these places sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah. Al says it's building a nice face-to-face feedback opportunity and supportive back and forth too. Absolutely. And I tell this to any indie creator, they're buying you. They're buying your book second. They buy you. If they like you, there's a better chance that they're going to buy your book.
You are the brand.
Right? You are the brand at that point, because very few indie guys and gals out there have their product on a lunchbox before people walk in to meet them at a show.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if they like you and if what you're presenting is up their alley, then they're there for sure. Getting back to Too Much Batman, Zigzag said if they're making bank on statues and figurines, they have an abundance to make too much material book-wise where it really isn't necessary. And so it's interesting because, like, I go back to the Justice League cartoon. And the Justice League cartoon, and I know that a lot of times they do things like Marvel Universe or certain miniseries would come up because that keeps the character's copyright alive.
Yeah.
But there were characters like The Question, which I wouldn't have bought, or even have heard of, but was super cool in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe they might not sell as a book, but maybe if you gave them some love or you put them in a great story, that's a way then that you can kind of dilute some of the bat heavy or spider heavy comic book runs.
Yeah. That Justice League animated TV show did so much for that brand. In regards to what they did with some of the characters, because for Question was one of those 80s characters that kind of sat in limbo for a while. And since that, like when he premiered on the Justice League Unlimited, they ended up doing a couple series after, and he people started following it a little bit more because he was one of those weird unknown ones, right? I get it. So
yeah,
good,
totally.
I'm all for it.
So Ben Doogie Mans says Too Much Batman, but how many Marvel comics sell better than Absolute Batman? I would say none. Absolute Batman is undisputed champion. You can't see me, but I'm like putting on my wrestling belt. Is the champion of the world?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, the sales alone, absolute Batman would probably dwindle most of Marvel's sales in the last 6 months combined, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting because we were kind of talking about this while we were in between some downtimes at TriCon, is that like horror books are doing really, really well.
Yeah, horror books are doing really well.
And I would argue that Absolute Batman is a horror book with the way they're making his villains, like Absolute Joker, Absolute Scarecrow,
like the ultra grotesque kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah. So I would say, part of its success is that it's fueled by like a horror vibe,
a horror themed vibe. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Adam Moore 5214 says, hope you guys had a good free comic book day. My 2-year-old daughter has been asking for the He-Man book every night. That white block at the cover, though, bad placement. Yeah, for sure. And also says, Adam Moore also says that Mask has potential, for sure.
Yeah, Mask has a lot of potential. I'm only concerned, and not to sound like a hater, I don't know who's drawing it. And so far, the stuff that I saw was not really driving me to say that I wanted to pick it up.
Right. All right. So we're deep into comic books. We agree that too much Batman, kind of like too much of anything, it's
a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. So like, I love cheesecake, but if I have cheesecake every day, that's not good for the.
I just discovered there's a random tangent. There's my variety store sells Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, dude, don't do it. That's diabetes. Just it's waiting for you.
Dude, I've been partaking over the last couple of months.
Absolutely.
I've cut it out this last month or so, but for a while there, I was picking up like once a week,
right?
Just to grab something sweet on the way home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong. With that.
Sure. Al, sorry, I caught your thing about the Mike Mignola documentary. Yeah, that's a great one. From what people have been telling me, that Mike Mignola one, I gotta check it out.
Yeah. Also, too, and this was amazing. He credits his wife because his wife
quite a bit.
Was like, if my wife didn't push for Hellboy, it wouldn't have happened. And that's the thing that I don't think a lot of people realize. Your supporting cast, and what I mean by that is like family, friends, your spouses,
your partners, all that kind of stuff.
partner in life. They are just as important as getting something to the next level as the singular talent or the team.
Yeah,
like no person is an island, right? And Al says it was a great documentary, and I'm gonna have to check that out. So maybe before
similar like Kirkman and the guy that started Invincible at one point in time, they were all living in like Kirkman's house with his wife, and they were just drawing nonstop, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
That is a very understandable spouse.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Good on them. Hey, Scott, what's up? Hey, hello, gentlemen. Looking forward to hanging this weekend at Brantford Comic-Con. Absolutely. And for those of you who aren't aware of Scott's stuff, he's got some great titles as well, too. Great writer. And then Fade again said, forgot that it was live stream day. It's been a weird Wednesday. It's been a weird kind of week,
It's been a weird week.
And so don't worry, because I was asking Vaughn several times last week, what day is it? And I was like, is it Friday? Is it Saturday? Like everything just kind of merged together.
For sure.
And so, and we normally are on a little bit earlier, but I've had some things happen on my side. So we decided to do it a bit later today. And if this time works out better for everybody, then we'll switch to this time because I'm not teaching classes in the afternoon anymore. So if this works for everyone, whether you're in North America or you're in Europe, because I know some of our viewers and listeners are on the other side of the Atlantic, we will then go at this. So just let us know, and we'll accommodate. Finnegan says, there are many other characters to choose from. Kirkman has a point. He'll watch the first 22 minutes later. Absolutely. This hour has 22 minutes, which is a Canadian show. Which one call it? Oh, Al, is that about figuring out what day it is today? I had to do that earlier today too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been that kind of.
Yeah.
There you
Al
go.
sounds like he's old as us.
You know, it might be. Yeah, he's across the pond. Oh, I am. So this is a perfect time to segue into this question. I posed this one to Vaughn on the weekend because sometimes the dead times at a con is just like being on a stakeout and a cop show, and you just start talking a bunch of stupidness. So we have, I guess it would be a poll. What would be the worst, or what's the worst comic book place to live?
Oh,
Is it Metropolis? Is it Gotham? Is it Invincible's Baltimore or New York? Marvel's New York. So I'm gonna maybe I'll type it in, and then everyone can just figure it out. So worst comic book place to live. So is it going to be Invincible's Baltimore? Is it Gotham? Is it Marvel's NYC? And is it Metropolis? I probably spelled that wrong, but anyway.
I'm of the mindset of NYC.
Okay, hold on one second, because I'm new at this. Can we do a poll? How do you do? You know what? I'll ask J-Man, because I don't think I've set up a poll. But anyway, maybe I will do that in the I'll figure that out a little bit later. Yeah. So anyway, just to go over it again, so everyone knows. Worst place to live in the comic book in comic books as a whole. Is it Invincible's Baltimore? Is it Gotham City, Metropolis, or Marvel's New York City? And I want you to take into account what it's like to be an average citizen.
Average citizen.
Just an average citizen. You're just trying to do your 9 to 5. Trying to do your 9 to 5, and you've got all these superheroes flying around and sometimes extraterrestrial beings, or I don't know, dimensional portals opening up. Or homicidal maniacs that seem to get away all the time and, terrorizing. Vaughn, what do you say?
I say New York. I want the mindset is New York, because I've read enough Marvel books to feel like Marvel has done New York so dirty. It's the third nexus of hell with everything that happens in there. If you notice, everybody's in New York. Things happen in other places, but you're generally going to like another major hub, right? But even more so, everything culminates World War Hulk, New York. The last Venom crisis, Krull thing, New York. X-Men Extinction Agenda, New York adjacent. We're pretty close to New York. Right? All that stuff. Every time Phoenix comes down and wants to beat something up, it's in New York. Every time Galactus comes, where does he come from? He doesn't go to like Europe.
Reed Richards has a portal to the negative zone on
all the nexuses,
the 80th floor in downtown Manhattan.
You think about it, you have all the major heroes and villains of Marvel are situated predominantly in New York. You got all the Avengers. You got Doctor Strange. Who else you got? You got Spider-Man. Him alone is a menace with his level of villains. Right?
Okay, so we've got some interesting ones. Al says Gotham for now, but I'd be a bunker dwelling hermit in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
Look, man, I'm telling you, there's the insurance costs alone for Invincible living in Baltimore is ridiculous.
Oh.
Right? I don't even know how you would get health insurance with all the body limbs that just keep going all over the place. Yeah.
If you're a contractor, you get a lot of work.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Zigzag says, Marvel's NYC, since you narrowed comics down to 3 universes. I did. True, because Metropolis and Gotham are the same. Mm-hmm. Al says real life New York or London. True. Fideigan says Central City.
Who's in Central City? Is that the
Flash? That's the Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
But I would argue Coast City, man.
Who's on Coast City?
Green Lantern, and he wiped them all out when he, when he was infected with whatever that parasite was.
Yeah. Still
Before they had to kill him.
Yeah. Still New York.
Craven's Last Hunt through New York. Yeah.
You think Thanos, New York. Silver Surfer, New York. Galactus, New York. Dormammu, New York.
Yeah.
Who else you got? Venom.
New York.
New York.
Yeah, but think about it though. Metropolis, just Metropolis, right? Yeah. Sure, you got Superman, but he's one dude. Okay. Anyone who's flying into Metropolis, that's got to be like the worst place in all of comics to fly into like a city. Because how many planes has Superman saved? Yeah. Like how many flights? There's always an engine going down, or like he's needed to land a plane. Like that's the worst. And then you've got like Kryptonians who are basically Viltrumites with a better disposition.
Yeah.
Right?
Air traffic wise.
You got Doomsday.
Yeah.
Metropolis is bad, man.
Yeah, but Metropolis has, I'd say, 10 to 20 top-level villains all centered around Superman. You're talking around like 20 to 50 other superheroes with concurrent villains as well, too, all surrounded by New York. Right?
Okay. But if you lived in Jersey, you're okay, right?
Where's Hell's Kitchen? Where's Hell's Kitchen?
It's in Manhattan.
In Manhattan? Yeah. Jersey. What? Then you had jerseys all.
Jerseys
all
across the river.
Guys. All the X-Men people.
I don't think they're in Jersey. They're in upstate New York.
Is it upstate New York? Is it like upstate New York?
They're in Is it Westchester? Westchester. They're in upstate New York. I don't know. Maybe going up towards Buffalo or something.
Yeah.
Al says Metropolis, Snyder, Blue Beam of Death, Gun, Antimatter, River, and Black Home. Comics, Doomsday. Yeah, see, that's why Metropolis is bad, yo. Because like I could outrun Penguin, right?
Yeah, most of DC people you could outrun if you.
I could outrun Penguin. I'm afraid of Joker.
Yeah.
Killer Croc. Yeah. Right. As bad as Batman's villains are, I think for the regular citizen, like Gotham's bad because it's not just the superheroes. Like the level of crime there's ridiculous.
Yeah, the sheer level of just haunted crime.
Like they got a spot called Crime Alley.
Yeah, that's really bad.
So it's bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I say Hell's Kitchen is pretty thing, but yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, but like you're right though, because like think about New York. Anytime there's like a major crossover, it's New York, right? Sentinels show up, Galactus shows up, Blastar shows, like all the heralds have been to New York.
Yeah.
Right? I love New York t-shirts as they go back, into space. Celestials have shown up, Thor's there. You have Avengers Mansion and the Baxter building. Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah. It's a lot. Heroes for Hire, all these guys, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The Hand is all New York.
Al says Batman will rescue you lost from kidnappings. Perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I always question, like, how much coverage is Batman actually getting in that whole city?
That's why he's at the Bat family.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Matthew Lillard joins Man of Tomorrow movie. Interesting.
Yeah, I saw something about that today.
Good for him.
He's having a little bit of resurgence right now as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing that now. He did the Daredevil stuff. He was just in another, I think, a Hulu show as well too. So he's making a push.
Yeah,
for sure.
Adam Morse's Onslaught. Yeah, because you know what, man, the X-Men are just bad. They're just bad because their power levels are like off the chain.
Yeah,
and when you get their villains showing up.
Yeah.
And then you got the Morlocks in the tunnels, in the sewers of New York. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you might be right. New York might be coming out on top, but I think extinction level, it's either Metropolis or the entire world of Invincible, because Baltimore, Chicago, and Hawaii have been blasted from Invincible fights. And what's that? What are those aliens that keep opening up the portal and then people get stuck there for like
Blacksons?
Right.
Blacksons.
Yeah.
During a time, displaced time.
Yeah. So that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah.
and get chopped in half when the portal closes. Yeah, no thanks.
Hot take. I was really surprised that they never revisited the Monster Girl and thing at the end of the season. I thought that was going to be the stinger.
Right.
They might open the season with that.
Yeah, perhaps, because that's a major storyline.
It's a major storyline. I wonder how long they'll go before they revisit it again.
Yeah, interesting. Right. So you know what? We'll put that up as a poll. If there's another universe out there or another city, even from another comic book company that you think or universe that you think is worthy of bumping one of the 3 or 4 that we have there, we'll add it to our poll.
I was thinking of Judge Dredd's universe.
That's kind of Gotham-y.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Or I guess you can go sci-fi. You know, it would be pretty bad to live in the Terminator, the future of the Terminator.
Terminator, yeah.
Wherever that is. Earth, I guess. I don't think it's an exact city.
Yeah, it's like a mayor city.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
Yeah. And next, we're going to go with Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. It's this weekend, right?
I think it drops this weekend, and it's supposed to bring in, like, it's getting some really good, some really kind of like good buzz, because it looks like it's expected to bring in 80 million worldwide.
That's pretty good for a movie like this, because I know they didn't spend that much on it. I think they doubled the budget in their last one, and the last one debuted pretty heavily, even without it went to direct to streaming. Did it go direct to streaming? Because it was around the pandemic time.
Right.
So, and that they regarded that one as a success. So I can only imagine this one might go off with a pretty good hitch. I do like the premise that it's an aging
Johnny Cage,
because the first one, they had some no-name character that doesn't exist in the Mortal Kombat, and I was like, what are you guys doing?
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot the guy's character's name. But the Johnny Cage of it all makes more sense.
Yeah. So this is courtesy of Deadline. When it comes to post-COVID,
That's Korea.
And 2023 strikes theatrical landscape, pay close attention to this weekend at the summer box office, which is bound to be rich, far exceeding last year's second frame of the season, which did an 84 million domestic. It's about counter-programming in a given weekend, which makes the turnstiles go around. And it's a tried and true strategy. The major studios aren't executing much of this summer prior to August. So, in fact, the 2 top movies alone, New Line Warner's Atomic Monsters, Mortal Kombat 2, with around 50 million, maybe 40 to 50 million range now, and The Devil Wears Prada 2's estimated second weekend in the low 40 millions will alone beat the entire marketplace result from a year ago.
Well, yeah, Devil Wears Prada 2, I think, debuted to over 80 million this past weekend. So that was pretty big for that one.
Yeah, and you know what? That's got a sizable audience, and people have been waiting for that for a minute.
Yeah, wow. So that's around, a decade or 2 in the making?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing it. And Al says it's about the same as Mando and Baby Yoda.
Really? Okay. I mean, Star Wars is a big franchise, so my thing is, if that doesn't come in and do over, if Baby Yoda and Mando doesn't do more than like 1 something, I think Disney might consider that a failure.
Yeah, maybe. Fidegan says, kind of shame for M&G movie to land so close to He-Man. I hope He-Man can reach 55 mil for the first weekend.
When is He-Man? Is that next weekend or the weekend after?
Oh, it's June something.
It's June? Okay. I mean, that's still a sizable amount of space left. If they're a month out, I think some of that would die down, so they could do well.
June 5th in Canada.
So a month away. I think it'll be fine.
Zigzag says He-Man might save the world. Just might.
It might.
And Cole was the character's name from MK1.
Yeah, that's the character. Cole. Nobody even heard of this character. Magical character just made up.
That was Louis Tan's character, right? From Into the Badlands? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I didn't even notice that it was him. from Into the Badlands. That's how out of it I was.
Yeah, he was also in Deadpool. Who's the character with the
He played Shatterstar.
Shatterstar? That's it.
Shatterstar, yeah.
Yes, Louis Tan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shatterstar. Rob Liefeld and his stupid ass names.
Oh, come on, man. 90s names are the best. 90s character names are absolutely the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that how it performs.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of embracing like what makes those properties special.
Yeah.
And
a lot of people
that,
like early reviews are saying that. Like the movie itself is not much more than what it is. It's just an action-packed, good old time, right? And has a decent through line of a story.
Yeah. Zigzag, you're so right. Blood Wolf would do some damage. Like, come on. Amazing names. Absolutely amazing names.
Bad Rock.
Yeah. I would have preferred Finnegan says I would have preferred an actual martial artist actor to be Jay Cage, not Carl Urban. Yeah. But I think, and this is just this is getting back to like Batman or Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Name a genre actor who could pull in some eyeballs more so than Carl Urban.
Right now?
Right now. And like, because it's hard because the first movie they went kind of, I think maybe Lewis might have been the top draw and they were going off of the characters.
Yeah.
Here they're picking someone where it's like, okay, there's name recognition. He's hot from The Boys.
Yeah.
If you love Dredd, Star Trek, whatever, he's kind of like that guy.
Yeah.
So having him at top as number one on the call sheet, top of the marquee,
yeah,
I can see that as a business decision, and he can carry a film,
and it works well with the story plot point that it's an aging star that's kind of a little bit past his prime, but still has some redeemable qualities to him. Yeah. It kind of works. I would be hard pressed to figure out if they were to cast a younger Johnny Cage now, who would you pick that has the same level of star power, right? That's the thing. And truth be told, Johnny Cage, it's either Johnny Cage or Raiden, but you wouldn't use Raider as the primary character in a movie like that.
Yeah, I don't. That's a great question.
Hard story point to write, right?
Because like if you think of like even like we got some great comments here too, where I think Finnegan said just writing exactly that. He's pretty untarnished and popular, talking about true, hard to name one. Scott Adkins could fit, but maybe can't put out the same Jay Cage vibe. Yeah, I don't know if he's got that kind of swagger.
So I also Scott Adkins is known via like our sphere of action people, right? I don't know if he's known well enough to gather outside crowds and also woman appeal as well too, to say that general Woodham audience might say, oh, my boyfriend's going to see this. I wouldn't mind seeing that as well too. That's the thing with Scott Adkins. I don't think he has a big enough name.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the word incorrectly, but like Scott Adkins is big in a certain niche of film.
Yeah.
Carl Urban is mainstream.
Yeah, it's pretty universally mainstream. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Zigzag says Idris Elba. Idris could play any role, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If they were doing it where they had cast Idris as the original, I forgot the name of the character right now with the steel arms.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Then they could have made it work, right? But they didn't go that way. Because even then, like I was really surprised that they could have used. I know it sounds awful. If they did a Sonya Blade centric storyline, I don't know if it would gather the same type of audience. But if you could find two male-female duos, I think that would work. I think they could have casted a more famous Sonya Blade, and I think that would have helped the audience as well to kind of pile in.
Yeah. Zigzag said Mahershala Ali was going to be Blade. Yeah, they fumbled that one. Sorry. Yeah, I love Wesley, but they fumbled that one hard.
Yeah, that was in limbo for sure.
Yeah. And sorry, not that one. Here, Zach Levy. You know what? The only thing with him is that I'm like, we were talking about untarnished.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is as squeaky clean. And what I mean by squeaky clean is like when it comes to perception, where you won't get some sort of a negative backlash.
For him playing what? Action star?
Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Johnny Cage, yeah. Yeah, I think the idea of Johnny Cage, you needed somebody like, I think it's actually the opposite. I think you need somebody that has a little bit of a tarnish thing. Like Carl Urban has a little bit of gruffness to him. So I think it makes sense for him playing that part. I think, what's his name is a little bit too, it's a little bit too straight arrow.
Yeah, because you know what? This is going to sound really weird, but like Zachary Levi, Levi Levi, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a smoother version of the guy who plays Jack Ryan.
Yeah, he is.
Married to Emily Blunt. What's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name? John Krasinski. Yeah. Like if you had one is like slick and the other one's a little more gruff.
Yeah. Right? I bet you they probably fight for the same roles all the time.
Probably.
Not at the same point where Krasinski is now, but back in the day, I bet they fought for a lot of the same type of roles.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Because they could read for the same part blindly when that casting call goes up, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this week. We're coming up here to the end of this one. I want to thank everyone who was in the chat as well. Some great had some great responses and
great comments.
Yeah, you are everyone in the chat. You make these live streams what they are. Vaughn and I, yes, we're here for you guys, but it's your interaction that makes everything special for when we're up and doing this stuff. And we love doing it and chatting with you guys for sure. Yeah. So I want to say thanks to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Vaughn, this is for both you and I. It is Wednesday. So we know what day it is. Because it's been that kind of week. And we look forward to see you guys next Wednesday for Comix Asylum Weekly. And we got a big weekend after next week's show.
Yeah,
it's going to be a huge one. But some of you are going to be probably joining us on J-Man's channel and Decepticon because we're going to be looking at G.I. Joe a little bit later. And then Vaughn, you've got some interviews that we did at TriCon that you're going to be getting up pretty soon. So it'll be
I'm trying to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Good night to some of you who are further ahead in the day than we are. And take care, and we'll see you all soon.
Stay safe, everybody.
All right.